G'day friends, how are you? It's been a while since I've made the last video, but the quick little video that I'll make today really could be a bit of a life changer for you. And they're pretty big words, but you know, there's been a few opportunities that I've seen in my life that have come along, and you could call them once in a lifetime, but there's been a few of them, so I guess they're not quite once in a lifetime. But there's something that's going on in the financial world right now that could be something that you could capitalize on. And it's not a quick fly-by-night sort of scheme or scam. It's got a lot of trends and documentation supporting it, and actual, experiential groundwork that's happening right now about it. In other words, it's a real thing. It's actually happening, and I've actually talked a little bit about it before on my old channel, and maybe one or two videos on this channel. But it has to do with something called Hedera Hashgraph. And you might have heard me talk about this before, but Hedera Hashgraph is a decentralized ledger technology. It's a consensus algorithm. And in a nutshell, it allows two or more computers to see the same thing over the internet, so not joined by a wire. Okay, so over the internet, the two computers can see the same thing, but without a central server. Okay, so without, one computer going into a server, the other one going, and the central server holding the data. Okay, so if you can sort of get your head around that, some people know what DLTs are. Of course, the original decentralized ledger technology over the internet was blockchain, which has Bitcoin as the the main cryptocurrency on top of the blockchain. So some of you have heard of that, maybe most of you. Definitely everyone's heard about Bitcoin, but blockchain is the actual algorithm that it sits upon. So it's kind of like that, but it's different. So Hedera Hashgraph can do everything that Bitcoin can do, but much faster and much more securely, and a lot cheaper. It's a lot less energy intensive. It uses a lot less electricity to operate. And to give you an idea, the blockchain that Bitcoin operates with right now uses more power than the country of Argentina, and it's not even really mainstream yet. It's still a fringy thing, Bitcoin and blockchain. Not everyone has Bitcoin yet. Maybe 1 in 100 people, if maybe 1 in 1,000. That's probably more like it. Even less, maybe 1 in 10,000 people have Bitcoin, or 1 in 100,000. I'm not sure. I could work it out, but I haven't even looked into those numbers. But the point is that hardly anyone's using it, and it's still using more electricity than the country of Argentina. So imagine if everyone in the world used it. It just would be impossible energetically. So this is the thing. One thing I do know is that Bitcoin has a market capitalization of $1 trillion. That's $1,000 billion of Bitcoin people have bought. And then there's other coins that are sitting on the blockchain, the smaller ones, Ethereum, so forth. They make up about 300 billion, 500 billion even now. Because we know the prices have gone up for Bitcoin. One Bitcoin is US $56,000 or so, last time I checked. One Bitcoin, $56,000. Now, the Hedera Hashgraph algorithm that does everything that Bitcoin said it would do, but actually does it a lot faster and all those things I spoke about before. Um, that also has a cryptocurrency called HBAR. HBAR. It's Hedera Hashgraph. Hashgraph is the algorithm. Hedera is like an app layer that's built on top, so you can build apps on top of that, and that houses the cryptocurrency that right now is about 15 cents, 15 US cents. Okay, touched 16 cents yesterday, but when I bought my ones, they were about 3 cents. But I've been watching this for quite a while, but I'm not telling you how to spend your money. It's obviously not financial advice, but I can tell you what I've done, and I'm looking at this Hedera Hashgraph algorithm, and so are other entities such as large, very, very large corporations like IBM, Google, Tata in India, the biggest company in India, the Central Bank of the Bahamas, where they do all their currency work. In fact, we just on that point, we know that the banks of the world want to move in to central bank digital currency. Central bank digital currency, and there's a lot of reasons for that. But with cryptocurrencies, you can do micro payments, so you can actually granularize dollars into and cents into micro payments, like 1/10 of 1 cent to buy some content online, or a song for 1.5 cents. Might not be 2 cents, it might be 1.5 cents. So you can break down the cent or the penny into micro payments. That's the thing with cryptocurrency. You can do that too, and it just helps with smart contracts and all that. So the banks are moving into digital currency. This is one thing we do know, but the thing is, they can't run the central bank digital currencies on their old server-based systems unless they want to, incur a big cost, because it costs money to run these networks. Whereas these decentralized ledgers are so efficient that they use a fraction of the cost to run. And the Hedera Hashgraph algorithm is one thing that the Central Bank of the Bahamas is looking at right now. And in fact, I've heard a few rumors that the Bank of India is looking at it to run its central bank digital currency. So these are just a few little things. There's other things too that you can look into, but rather than being a speculative, hyped thing, the HBAR, which is a cryptocurrency native to the Hedera Hashgraph algorithm, which is a totally separate algorithm than the blockchain algorithm. The blockchain works off proof of work, which means a mining rig somewhere, a large bank of computers, is busy sucking the power to solve a math problem so that it can basically make a Bitcoin. It can make a Bitcoin. And for that, it's worth $56,000 right now. And what they get to do is they get to place the next block on the blockchain and order the transactions that have occurred since the last block. So the reason it has to do this math problem is to slow the system down so the transactions don't get out of order. You see, it's a very sort of slow system, and it's it's not very economical whatsoever. It does work if you've got enough time, but in the real world, if you bought a cup of coffee using a Bitcoin, it can take 60 minutes before you know that you've sold that coffee to this guy and you can let him go. You know, when you pay for something with your credit card, you've got to wait 4 or 5 seconds. Oh yeah, it's approved. Then you can go. With Bitcoin, it's like about an hour. Okay. With the Hedera Hashgraph crypto, it's 3 seconds. 3 seconds. So it's quicker than MasterCard Visa system. Also, The MasterCard system and Visa system, that can do about 5,000, 6,000 transactions a second. It's pretty quick. And it can even peak, right? You can peak up at 50, 65,000 transactions per second, but that'll take a bit longer to get your transaction through, or it might clog up the system. The Hedera Hashgraph HBAR cryptocurrency can do over 1 million transactions per second. They've tested it at. They've done that already. They can even go higher than that, but that's really all they need right now. So it's throttled down. Okay, it's even throttled down a bit further than that because it doesn't even need 1 million right now. But that's a 3-second latency. So what that means is if you buy something with this particular crypto, it takes about 3 seconds and then you can walk away. So this is the thing. This is why these central banks are looking at this, because they can piggyback their currency on the HBAR crypto, as they can what's called tokenize their product, put it on the Hashgraph algorithm and transfer funds very quickly without using the old system. Cross borders, everything like that, for a fraction of a cent. So I can send $10,000 to the Bahamas for 1/10 of 1 cent, rather than wire transfer, $30. For big companies and organizations that are doing a lot of transactions, these costs add up. So what they want to do is tokenize their currency, and currency is not all you can tokenize, but you can tokenize the currency, place it on this algorithm, and do the transfer, and the other person gets it on the other line and can convert it into US dollars or whatever currency they want. And it's just a matter of having an exchange, a fraction of a percentage point on the exchange, and you got your money in the other country without going through the old banking system. And they know that that's on the way out. That's why they're looking into the centralized ledger technology. So that's just a bit of background, but the point is that the HBAR, that is the crypto that's attached to the Hashgraph algorithm, is 15 cents right now. Okay, so you do the numbers. Let's get the calculator out. Okay, so they're 15 cents right now. So if you bought, let's say you bought $500 worth, okay, that would get you 500 divided by 0.15, 15 cents. That'll get you 3,333 HBARs right now at 15 cents. A lot of threes there, but I'm not trying to put the codes out there. I'm just saying that numerically that's what you get. 3,333 HBARs. A lot of 33s in there, but that's not on purpose. But so let's say it goes to $10. Now Bitcoin's $56,000 a Bitcoin. So let's say it goes to $10. So that's by 10. Easy to work out. That's $33,333 for your initial investment of $500. That's if it just goes to $10. If it goes to $100, you work it out. $333,000. If it goes to $1,000, now Bitcoin, don't forget, is $56,000. Ethereum's like $1,500 or $2,000. But the HBAR, if it goes to $1,000, that's $3.3 million. And it's pretty funny because there's a lot of people out there talking about the 33s and 66s and all that type of thing, which I think is true. I think there are codes, but yeah, that was just an arbitrary figure that I pulled out. You might not be doing those figures on 15 cents for long. You might have to be doing it on 20 cents soon enough, or 30 cents or $1. But you get what I'm trying to say. My channel and my audience is fairly intimate, okay? It's not a big channel. I may not go out there if I had a big channel and say this, but times are pretty tough now, and it's not looking good. times aren't looking good economically, financially for a lot of people. So I'm not saying bet your house on this thing. I'm not saying anything. I'm not. I don't really want to tell you to invest in this directly, but I want you to investigate the situation. Yeah, sorry about that. The video cut out there, but on photo booth here. But I was just talking about that I've been looking at this. I've been looking at this Hedera Hashgraph thing, the H bars, for a few years, and I've been looking at Bitcoin for over nearly 10 years, I should say, since about 2011, I should say. Yeah, so what's that? 9 years. And I always felt that Bitcoin was something wrong with it, and there was a fundamental flaw with it. I thought the big idea was good as far as decentralization goes, but I never was motivated to really invest in it in a big way or anything like that. I never got this excited about it as far as telling people you should look at it as far as investing in it. So it's just something that you might want to look into. There's videos at Hedera Hashgraph website, YouTube channel. I'll link it below. There's a Hedera Hashgraph website, which I'll link below. And there's Telegram, all that stuff about it. You can learn a lot there, see what's going on. But just might be something to look at, something you might not have heard of before, and something that could just increase the value of your current situation. If you've lost your job or you're wondering what to do as far as pulling you out of some financial problems. But I've told this to the close people around me, and I thought I'd better tell you guys because of the situation we find ourselves in. You might need a bit of a financial improvement, so I thought I'd tell you about it. But check it out for yourself. You can ask me any questions in the comments, and I could go on and on, but ask me some questions in the comments because I could talk for hours about this thing, the way it works and some of the history of blockchain and Bitcoin. The blockchain algorithm was developed by the NSA. Some people know this. It's called the SH-2 protocol or something like that. If you look that up, it says NSA created it. That's what the blockchain's upon. So the Hashgraph algorithm was created by an individual, a private individual. Okay, so yeah, it's more of an organic thing, I think. Blockchain could be, just don't know, could be an operation. Just saying, we don't know who Satoshi, mystery man invented it, all this type of thing. I mean, something just seemed a bit dodgy and fishy about it, but if all the people in blockchain and Bitcoin come over to this thing, like your 15-cent investment today could be worth, I don't even want to speculate, $10,000, even at $5,000, $1,000, even if it's $10 or $100, you've 10 times your money, or even more or less. So I just thought I'd tell you about it because I love you. So yeah, good luck in these times ahead. Drop some questions in the comments if you got any, or criticisms or anything like that. I'll be happy to answer. And until next time, peace.